What is your American dream?
My American dreams at this moment, living the blissful aspect of knowing that I could be free of my detachments. If I could detach anything that is creating pain, and that this country has allowed me to become the best version of me, I think that is called the American dream for me.
The American dream too is about realization. The most important thing in my life is to find my home. I'm so grateful to be living in America, and it's such an experience for me. To connect with my soul is the way that I'm living my American dream.
Living the American dream in the wildest dream. Who would I ever thought that I was going to live in New York City, having these amazing choices and possibilities? America has been the best gift I ever had, because it has allowed me to become the best version of who I am.
Everyone has a right to the American dream. Welcome, everybody. It is Monday, June 6, 2022. And in the immortal words of Jessica Leamy, damn, Brad's early.
No, not even just early. Early.
Damn, Brad's early.
Yeah.
And you wonder why we're early?
Because it's a pop-up.
Exactly. We said it's pop-up week this week, so we can pop up whenever we feel like it.
That's why I'm dressed as
That's
if
right.
like we're in Miami or
It's
something.
a lot more casual
Yeah.
pop-up week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really schmooze. We just
No,
kind of
we do schmooze with each other.
With each other, but
Yeah.
not a
no news.
a produced schmooze.
Yeah.
It's more of an impromptu schmooze.
Yeah, talk to us in the comments. We talk right back.
That's
type
right.
Of thing.
Exactly. It's pop-up week.
Yeah.
Right. Why not? Why not
not?
pop up every so often? All right. Let's say hello to Jessica Leamy. Squad up. God Favors Williamson. Squad up. Elizabeth Francis. Squad up. Willie L. Williams. How are you? Carrie Ann Reed Davis. And by the way, Jonathan, do you know who gets to watch pop-ups?
Who?
People who subscribe and follow.
This is true.
If you don't subscribe and follow, you can't watch the pop-up.
There you go, because you won't know that we're on.
Exactly. See, Jessica Leamy knows.
Oh, of course.
She's like,
Of course.
damn, early.
She said early today.
Yeah. William Williams, squad up. Claudia Lawrence Fletcher, squad up. How are you? Lisa Bling. All of these people we know.
Yes.
Subscribe and follow.
We do
right?
know that, yes.
Yeah. Lisa Bling, how are you? Keith Graham, Dalton Young, squad up on YouTube. Down Winneba. Alexia Davis and Kavar Harris saying hello.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yes, sir.
How was your weekend?
The weekend was good. It's kind of like the first feel of summer.
Did you go away? I didn't even see what you did this weekend.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, man. I went to this really, really awesome party in Brooklyn called Everyday People. So it's just like a bunch of people outside on like roofs. A bunch of everyday people with just like good vibes, good energy.
Was evening party or day party?
It was dusk
to whenever.
Yeah.
Got
it was about like 3 to 11.
This was Saturday or Sunday?
This was Sunday. So Saturday I went to a yacht. Yeah. Well, Saturday was fun day too. I went on a yacht party. It was just a random.
Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias, living the life.
Living the life.
Can we be Jonathan You know what? I'm going to tell you something. Some days you may look at the mirror, you're like, today's not a great day. But I'm telling you, everybody wants to come back as Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias.
Really? Me?
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
When we go to heaven and God says, you're going to go back for your next life, who do you want to be? Yo-Yo.
Wow, and I would be you.
I would be Yo-Yo in a second.
Oh, wait.
What?
This is a PSA.
Right. Who would you want to come back as?
Who would I want to come back
honestly,
as?
yeah.
That's like alive or not?
Any
like
live or dead. Like, you're going up to heaven.
Ooh.
God says, all right, Jonathan, you're a cat with 9 lives.
Yeah.
Okay. You go back again as somebody else. Who would you pick?
P. Diddy.
P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
P. Diddy.
P. Diddy.
You want to perform musically.
Yeah, I would
Right.
love that, and also to produce, and also to live the life that he lives. He's just
Right.
and he's so respected.
Right.
He worked for it. Like, I would like to go through the journey he went through as well. Like, he worked for it,
Right.
you know, and he's reaping the benefits. That man was what did he just host? Was it the Grammys or something
Right.
crazy, something huge? So
Yeah.
it's like for him to come from Harlem and be able to represent for his people and stuff. I would come as P. Diddy. If you watch his stories, he is lit. Now you think I am?
Right, he's lit.
Now that's somebody
Okay.
that who would you want to come back as?
Julius Caesar.
Really?
Yes, because I always wanted to wear really loose-fitting clothes.
What?
Yes, he's with Cleopatra, right?
Yeah.
He's the ruler of like the biggest kingdom in the world.
But a lot comes with
He
that.
gets stabbed at the end.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
But yeah, I want to be Julius Caesar without getting stabbed.
you can't pick that
Right,
up.
and then I go down in infamy. Shakespeare. Everybody knows Julius Caesar.
That's an interesting time.
Even a salad named after me.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
That's an interesting time.
Think about like a world history. Who would you want to come back? Julius Caesar could be a good person.
If you talk about world history,
Yeah.
man.
But it has to be like a real person, though.
not like
not
a
like
fiction,
that
like
would be the Black
Zeus.
Panther,
Right? Or Zeus type
exactly,
of thing.
right. No, like a real. Human
I'd
being.
have to think about that because.
I wonder who the squad would want to come back
Yeah,
as.
who would you guys like to come back as? I do have to say, somebody
What?
said that her feelings are hurt, Brad.
Who?
Stargirl Mika.
Stargirl, I didn't see
my
her.
boo.
Stargirl Mika, I am
gotta say,
sorry.
She said, "Please tell Brad I'm hurt."
I am very, very sorry.
And we
Stargirl.
don't play with my boo,
No,
Stargirl
Mika.
Mika.
Stargirl Mika. We love Stargirl.
We do.
We are very sorry about that. All right, Yo, take it away.
Absolutely. All right, squad. So you already know what time it is. I need you all to throw in your questions right now. We already have some social media questions, but we're going to take in our calls because no schmoozing, remember. All right, but we're taking in our calls right now, so you don't have that much time to put in your social media questions. So start putting them in now, okay? And if you guys want to call, make sure you call. This is your chance. Free advice, all right?
Why not?
Right.
And of course, you can call right now. The telephone number on the bottom, 1-800-529-5465, international, +1 212-227-8933. That is the number not only to call the law office, but it's also to call the show. Yeah, I can't even begin to tell you how many people I see in consultations that are like, I want to call the show, but I didn't know the telephone number to call.
It's
And I'm
literally
like, what?
right down.
I'm like, what? How do you not know the number to call?
Yeah, maybe they're watching it on the phone and you can't really see it, but like you can. Look, you can. That's like excuse because you see that big branch of light that just came by.
Yeah, there's a guy with a big with a big sign, right?
Yeah, nah, y'all should be able to see it. There you go.
Yeah. By the way, I saw the dumbest TikTok where they were like asking people like who's like the dumbest people to protest, and they're like, I want like make a sign to like, and there was like the guy was like making a sign to protest sign makers. It was like the dumbest. I can't.
What?
I gotta go back and watch it again.
Yeah,
It wasn't even.
I'm like,
it's not
wait.
even as funny now that I'm saying it. I watch it. I'm like, wait, what? What am I watching here? All right. You ready for meat and potatoes?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, Zach and Raleigh, how are you?
Yeah, good.
What's going on? How can I help you?
What's going on? Oh, Mr. Rod, how are you doing?
Great. What's going on?
Good. So I came here in the United States in 2017 as a visitor visa. I came here with my son. He's a U.S. citizen. He's born here. He's 8 years now. I came here for a medical reason. So we came here as like a consultation or something like that.
Who had the medical problem? You, your son? Who had it?
My son.
Okay.
My son. When we bring him here for the diagnostic, we find out that he is autistic.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
No, thank you. So I was trying. I was thinking that the thing is gonna take like a few months, but It's not. It's taken years and years, and until now, I'm applying for the extension of the visa. It's the 7th time now, and they approve it.
Right.
But my saving is gone, so I was trying to
why don't you try to see if you can do something called deferred enforced departure, which is similar to saying, I want to extend my visitor's visa, except I want you to, deferred enforced departure is instead of saying I'm here on a visitor's visa, I just want you to agree not to deport me because I got my son here and he's got a problem. So deferred enforced departure means that the government just agrees not to deport you, and when you get put in that status, you can get a work permit. And
I did apply for the deferred action for not to be not deported.
Right.
But unfortunately, they refuse it. It's denied.
All right. Well, maybe I should take a look at what you did, and we could try it again. Because that's your other option. Okay. Your other option is your son is going to be here for an indefinite period of time, needing medical care. You need to be able to work at some point in time. You're not going anywhere. It's the deferred action is what you need. So I'm not sure why it was denied. Maybe we could take a look at it and come at it from a different angle. But that would be the solution.
Okay, so how I can do it? So I get contact with your office,
Yeah, hold on one second, okay?
Sure.
Okay. Let's go to Chris in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Chris.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
I'm good. Question. I'm dating somebody who is from the U.S. Virgin Islands, and they're currently residing in the U.S. If we decide to take the further step in getting married, can that be good for me to get my green card?
Yes, because the person who was born in the U.S. Virgin Islands is a U.S. citizen. So they should be able to. You should be able to adjust your status as long as you made a legal entry into the United States and you're living together in a bona fide marriage. And and if you watch the show, you know what a bona fide marriage is. It means you live together and you have a financial relationship. That's bona fide marriage.
Yes, correct.
All right. So the answer is yes.
Okay. So what? For the cost for you, can I get the cost?
Yes. Hold on one second. Let's go to Gabriel in Denver. Hi, Gabriel.
Hi, Brad.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Thank you for helping us.
My pleasure.
Brad, you see, my wife and me, we went to the apartment and we was on the waiting list on the low-income apartment. We went there and they called us to take the house, and me and my wife, we went there and we asked them to take the house, and they denied our application.
All right, so what you're saying is that you went on a marriage interview and...
No, not marriage interview.
What?
To rent apartment. And my wife...
Wait, what was denied? Your rental apartment? What does that have to do with the show?
Yeah, we went to the... No, my question... I have the question, but my wife and me, we went to the apartment.
Tell me what your question is, because I'm not sure. This is not landlord-tenant show. This is immigration. What is your question?
I know. You see, my question, 2017, we come here, and this case happened to us. I pick up my wife on that day, and we went home. The apartment manager, they called the police. We don't know that one. And last year, when we come back from Africa, they, on the immigration, they stop me and they say, you have a warrant before 4 years.
Okay,
and
so the manager went down to the police and made a complaint against you. You got charged with a crime you didn't know. You went to Africa, you came back, and lo and behold, you get stopped at the airport.
For domestic violence. Because when my wife, she knee down and she's crying when they denied the application because of that.
So Gabriel, let me ask you a question. Were you allowed in the country?
Yeah.
You were. Okay.
And
Have you gone to
applied for
resolve?
citizenship.
Have you hired a local criminal defense attorney to resolve this warrant?
Yeah,
from?
I did that one last year. Before, I think, 6 months now.
Okay.
They-
So
they-
how was
the
it resolved?
witnesses, they
How was
didn't
it?
come.
How was it resolved?
They dismissed.
Dismissed.
The result dismissed.
All right, fine. So you have no criminal
and I
record.
was applied before. In 2020, I applied
What-
for the
tell-
citizenship.
Okay. So
They call me now for the interview for next month. And can I go there to the interview?
go on the interview, and you explain that you were not aware that there was any charges against you. And when you did find out there were charges, you went to a lawyer, was dismissed. The charges, were dismissed. You have one arrest, you didn't know about it, or one charge against you, you didn't know about it.
They arrested me for 3 days.
Right. Okay.
For 2 days.
Yeah.
I felt it myself.
You may want to have an attorney with you because you've got to prove good moral character. None of this is inadmissible. You're allowed to have a bad day. You're allowed to not know that there was charges filed against you, but you will need a good immigration lawyer to prepare you so you can demonstrate that you are a person of good moral character.
Okay. I don't have problem with my wife,
No.
The people, they call the police, and we don't know for 5 years, we don't know nothing
You're okay.
about the case.
You're okay. You don't have a criminal record, but you do need to be able to prove that you have good moral character.
Okay, that means I wait for the...
Don't wait
5
for it.
months, a
Don't
year
wait. Don't wait for anything. What you
Okay.
need to do is prepare because the way you described your story, immigration officer. If I'm not going to listen, an immigration officer is not going to listen, and they're just going to see an arrest, jail, warrant out for 4 years. You need to be able to succinctly explain it. You need a good lawyer to prepare you. You need to be able to show up with evidence that you're a person of good moral character. All right,
Okay.
hold on 1 second. Let's go to Sid in New York. Sid, how are you?
Hi, Brad. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
Yeah, so I became Brad. I became a citizen a few months ago, and I filed for my mom and dad.
Great.
Yeah. And so the problem is with my dad's application. Back in 1986 and between 1988, my dad tried to enter United States, and he actually was tricked into using a false identification. At the Miami airport, they caught him.
Right.
And they put him in. They took him in, and he went through the trial. I believe not the trial, the judicial
Deportation.
proceedings.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the judge asked him, "You wanna battle it?" And my dad said no. And he doesn't remember the exact dates and time and the bar, but he said it was a 5-year or 10-year. So it's been now 30 years, and he never tried to enter back. So does he need a waiver?
Yes, and he can't get it through you, but I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Okay, so he came in the late 80s or early 90s, whatever it is. He had a false document, and he got deported. So he
Right.
has 2 strikes against him. He has submitting a false document, that's misrepresentation, and the ultimate deportation. 2 strikes, 2 reasons to be found inadmissible. He needs waivers for both. You can get a waiver for deportation through, hardship to you, and it's a 212 waiver. That's not the problem. The problem is the waiver for misrepresentation you can only get through a spouse or a parent. He has no spouse here. He has no parent here. So I'm going to tell you what you do, okay?
Right.
You file for mom about a few months later, 3, 4, 5, 6 months later, you file for dad. Mom is going to get her visa appointment before dad. Mom comes to the United States. Mom now has a green card. Several months later, dad goes to the embassy. Dad is going to be denied because he has a misrepresentation and he has a deportation or a prior deportation. You are now prepared to do waivers for both of them. because he can do the 212 waiver with just a son here in the United States, and now that his wife has a green card, we can show hardship to the wife that she would suffer if they were separated indefinitely. So now you can do the waiver for the misrepresentation too.
So basically 4 waivers altogether?
2.
Oh, so 2. One, the misrepresentation and one for...
I just told you what to do, but I'm going to be honest with you. I would bet $1 million you don't get the waivers approved because you don't know what you're doing. So hold on one second. All right? All right. But that would be the process. Mom goes first, then dad. All right?
So there will be no new I-130 petition, correct?
You shouldn't have to. No, you file. File. Hold on. Let's go to Sophia in Tampa. Sophia.
Hi, Brad.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
What's going on?
Okay, I filed for my son. Filed for him when he was in Jamaica.
Right.
He wasn't 21 yet, but then he came up here and he overstayed. He's over 21 now, but I'm getting stuff from immigration saying that his I-130 has been approved.
How did you get your green card?
I got it through marriage.
Okay.
But I have a younger son that I filed for. I just put his status here, and he got his green card.
But the older one can't because the older one's overstayed and over 21. So now that the I-130 is approved, eventually it's going to get sent to the National Visa Center. And as the dates get closer, what is the priority date?
I sent in the application from June 2020.
Okay. So your son has 3, 4, 5 years of waiting for a green card still. So there's nothing to do in the year 2022, 2023, 2024. Eventually the case will get approved. It's going to get sent to the National Visa Center. At some point in the future, in several years down the line, your son's going to do what's called a provisional waiver. Okay? He has to
But he can't do that until, how long you say? Like
until the priority dates become closer. Okay? You have to pay the fee bills at the National Visa Center first to do the provisional waiver. Now, the provisional waiver, just so you understand, if your son goes back to Jamaica, he has a 10-year bar. 10-year bar because he was unlawfully present in the United States. You do the provisional waiver while he's physically present in the United States, and you say, well, what is the waiver? A waiver is requesting forgiveness. Please forgive me for my immigration law violations. I'm asking you for forgiveness because there would be a hardship to my mother. You do that waiver in the United States, assuming your son gets the waiver. He now has this forgiveness letter. They can't use the fact that he overstayed his visa to deny him his green card in Jamaica, which is the reason why he would get denied. Now he goes home. As long as he doesn't have a criminal record, he's got a good affidavit of support, and you're his mother, he'll go home for 2 weeks and come back with a green card, but that's in a couple of years down the line.
Okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Okay.
Let's go to Janelle in Brooklyn. Hi, Janelle.
Hi, Brad. Hello.
Good. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. So I have a couple of questions for you, if you mind.
Yes.
My mom filed for me back in 2013. She put in a petition for me and my sister. And we just wanted to know, is there any other way of getting the green card here in the U.S. rather than going through the immigration visa interview?
Who filed for who?
My mom filed for me and my sister.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
You're single?
Excuse me?
You're single?
Yes.
Okay, how'd your mom get her green card?
Through marriage.
Resident or citizen?
She's a citizen right now.
Was the man a resident at the time or was always a citizen?
I'm not too sure.
Okay. Did your mom try to get a green card any other way?
No.
Okay. Where are your grandparents?
It's only my mom that's over here.
Okay. So the answer is, unless you're going to marry a U.S. citizen, you're going to have to do a provisional waiver, go home, and come back.
Okay. So there's no other way to get it while we're here in the U.S.?
Unless you marry a U.S. citizen.
Unless you're married. Okay.
Right. That was the answer.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much.
But you got to do a provisional waiver to go home and come back. Don't go without the waiver because then you get stuck.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Let's go to Manjeet in Albany.
Hello.
Manjeet, how are you?
Hello, Manjeet.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. What's going on?
My question is, I have got the green card 4 years ago. I continuously live in America. Can I apply for citizenship?
You got your green card 4 years ago, and what'd you say about America?
4 years I live in America.
You can. How did you get your green card? How?
Before 4 years,
Who sponsored you?
4 years ago, I got the green card.
Who sponsored you? You married?
No, divorce.
Married?
Married,
Asylum?
but divorce.
How did you get your green card?
Marriage base.
Okay, but you're divorced now. Well, you have to.
But divorce.
Okay, two things.
Yeah, divorce.
Two things. Okay. Number one, you can apply for your green card at 5 years, not 4 years. Okay.
No.
Number two, I don't think your English is good enough to pass the citizenship test. You got to be.
Okay. No. 4.5 years I can apply.
No, 5 years. But your English is terrible.
Okay.
You don't understand English well enough to pass the citizenship test. Learn English better.
Okay, I'll be.
You understand,
you understand
what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay, I can't teach you English. I don't know if he understood anything I said.
Well, I mean,
you can apply for citizenship in 5 years. Oh, in 4.5 years. No, 5 years. Okay, if he even understood 5 years, he's not going to pass the citizenship. The guy can't speak English.
The test. Yeah.
Might be able to speak English.
This is true.
By the way, if you did not get a chance to answer your immigration questions, you could always follow me on Instagram at Real Brad Bernstein. You could drop me a DM. I'll be happy to answer your immigration questions as best as I can. You can also follow us at Brad Show Live. You don't like a 45-minute pop-up. You like 30 seconds. Well, follow us at Brad Show Live on Instagram and Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias.
Yep, you guys can follow me at Jonathan Elias TV on Instagram.
And in this edition of TikTok Time, I answer questions about adjustment of status, a green card holder filing for children, the consequences of a business marriage, and the green card lottery. Let's watch. If you're over 21, you can't adjust your status through your father anymore. He has to file a visa petition for you. You're put on a waiting list. It's 6-7 years. If you came on a visitor's visa, that's only for 6 months. You'd fall out of status and then ultimately wouldn't be eligible to adjust. As soon as you have your green card, you can file for your children in another country as long as they're unmarried. If they're under 21, they may even be included in your prior immigration case. And if not, they're F2As. It'll take 2 to 3 years. If over 21, they're F2Bs. If it's discovered that you're in a business marriage, that's deportation. That's being found inadmissible for life, no waivers, never being able to live in the United States, get a green card or a visa for the United States. And it's also criminal, both for you and the American who marries you. You have 1 year to process for your green card when you win the lottery. If you missed it, you didn't do it, you got to play the lottery again. 29 Super C. Oh my, this is a rough call.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can. Oh, that's right. Follow us on TikTok. I never said that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's fun on TikTok. It's fun on our TikTok.
Yeah.
Brad.
If you follow Brad Show Live on TikTok, it's our fastest growing media platform. And
everything goes viral.
Yes. It's crazy, right?
Yeah. And you get to see like Brad in his own element.
I'm just walking around.
Right.
Chill.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Someone told me, they go, why are you so casual? You should be more professional on TikTok, and you should be behind a screen that says Spar. I said, no, that's not me.
Nah.
That's not me.
Nah. People don't watch the show here to see a professional You are who you are.
That's right.
You're outspoken. You're very opinionated.
That's right.
You give it to them raw.
That's right.
Why be fake?
Exactly. All right, let's do social media check-in.
All right, Real Life Alex on Instagram. My dad just started the asylum process last year. It was granted on May 2022, and he immediately applied for us. My brothers are under the age of 21, so they can come 100%, but I am 24. He arranged my own lawyer. I want to ask, what is the waiting time to bring a spouse and children after granted asylum?
He's married?
No, not the 24-year-old.
Oh, okay. So
I think he might, when he said spouse, it might be his dad's wife.
As long as he was under 21 at the time, he's okay when the asylum application was filed.
So no, it said my dad just started the asylum process last year, and it was granted on May 22.
He was over 21
so
already.
He was over 21.
Okay, so you are out of it, unfortunately, because you were over 21 at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're in the United States, you can make your own asylum claim.
He's not in the United States.
Then he has to wait on his dad to get a green card. His dad can't file for a green card till 2023, May of 2023. He won't have his green card till May of 2024 or later. And then he would have to file an I-130 for an unmarried son over the age of 21, which will be about 7 years. And sometime in the 2030s, you will get your green card. That's not good.
Yeah.
So we got to figure out another way for him to help this kid.
Another way.
Yes.
All right. Daryl Winnabaugh on YouTube. Can a pending COS to student applicant with a tax ID have problems when he tries to file for adjustment of status?
Yes, if you have a tax ID, that means you filed a tax return, which means you declared income from unlawful employment unless you had a work permit associated with that tax return and all your employment. But then if you had a work permit, you'd have a social, you wouldn't need a tax ID number. So I think, yes, you have a problem as I logically go through it.
Yes. Gracie Thomas on Facebook. If my daughter reached 21, will she be qualified for the Child Protection Act? Our priority date is November 8th, 2008, and DQ for January 5th, 2021. Application approved May 16th, 2020.
As long as you paid the fees at the National Visa Center within 1 year of visa availability, and your daughter was under 21 at the time, she is qualified under Child Status Protection Act.
PD on YouTube. Will a charge of homicide by vehicular not involving alcohol affect immigration process?
Homicide will affect immigration process. It's vehicular manslaughter. Could be very well an aggravated felony and a crime of violence, and you can never get a green card. Why would you think that wouldn't affect it? Somebody died.
I think the fact that it wasn't.
Who cares if there's
alcohol.
no alcohol?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody died,
mm-hmm.
and somebody was criminally liable, not negligent, not civilly negligent. That it was a car accident. There was a criminal charge against the person, whether it was alcohol or not.
Yeah.
It's like saying, I shot somebody, but I wasn't drunk. So what, you still shot him?
Well, when you pull the trigger, that's different from accidentally.
It's not, but this is not an accident. This is manslaughter.
Yeah.
This is criminal liability. It's not civil liability.
Would it, just because I'm asking, would it matter if it, because like Brandy, when somebody hit her from behind, she hit a car in front, the singer, and they died.
But that's negligent. She didn't do anything that was criminally liable. So she would have been fine. She wasn't charged with criminal, manslaughter. Gotcha.
All right. Gaia3 Sanker on Facebook. I came to the U.S. in December 2021. My husband got 221G because he did not have a police clearance certificate from Qatar. If he's not getting PCC from Qatar, what are the other documents to submit in the U.S. Embassy in order to obtain a visa?
I don't know who's sponsoring this husband. He didn't get it because of police clearance. Well, you got to get an updated police clearance. You'll probably need updated affidavits of support. I'm not sure what else is going on with this case. I would need to know more. But certainly those two things for sure.
Unstoppable J Lovely Cam on YouTube. My husband filed for my children, his stepchildren. For my children, his stepchildren. They became DQ in October 2021. They're in Jamaica. Can you say how much longer for their interview date?
I can't, but Jamaica's backed up over a year.
No Star on Facebook. I lost my 10-year green card during a house moving process. I have since reapplied to USCIS for a replacement. Went to the interview last October and redid my fingerprint, but I'm still waiting for the card. Next year, I'll be eligible for citizenship. Can I apply for that without having the physical green card back?
Yeah, you don't need the physical green card to apply for citizenship.
Hannaford Casita on Facebook. What happens if my son applied for his citizenship, but we did not know about the Army enrollment when he got his green card?
Well, if you didn't know about it, you're talking about the selective service. When he got his green card, if you didn't know that you had to apply for the selective service, it's not a bar to becoming a citizen. If you knew and just ignored it, then that's a bar and you can't file for citizenship till you're over 31. The issue, what, you have something to say?
No, I was saying it's fine.
What?
I was just saying, no, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So, you have to first go online to the selective service, see if they mailed you a notification. If they didn't mail you a notification and you weren't aware that you had to apply for the selective service, that should ultimately be forgiven at the citizenship interview.
Okay, Omugabi and Samba on YouTube. My asylum has been approved, but I had written to USCIS to withdraw it because I had 130-485 petition. But USCIS never withdrew my asylum. What can I do? Can I withdraw the I-130 and I-485 application? Won't the withdrawal of the asylum I sent to USCIS affect the approval decision I have received? I wrote to them on May 19th, 2022, but they have not responded.
What is it? He wants to get his green card through marriage or through the asylum?
So the asylum has been approved, but had written to USCIS
well, if it's
to
approved,
withdraw
then it was never withdrawn.
Right.
So if you want, you can get your green card through asylum, or you can withdraw the asylum and continue the green card through the marriage adjustment.
Victoria Tompkins on Facebook. Can someone get admitted back to the U.S. after voluntarily getting deported on a drug charge 12 years ago if married to an American citizen?
No, if you have a drug charge, you cannot come back.
Okay, 3 more. Ronella on YouTube. I got married in 2019 and moved to the U.S. and adjusted my status. My 2-year green card will be up in March 2023. I would like to get a divorce. Will I be able to get my 10-year green card next year?
If you have a 2-year green card and you can show it was a bona fide marriage for some period of time after you got your 2-year green card, which means you lived with the spouse, you had a financial relationship with them for some period of time. Nobody says you have to stay in an unhappy marriage. You can get a divorce. You can file on your own to get your green card on your own without your spouse. He or she is off the case, and you file for a waiver of the joint filing. You'll get an extension of your green card. And ultimately, as long as you can prove you're divorced and it was a bona fide marriage, you'll get your tenure.
Jody Ann on YouTube. What type of waiver should I ask my doctor for if I'm not vaccinated and have the Vawa green card interview in a couple of months?
Well, do you have a medical? If the doctor can say that you have a medical issue taking the vaccination, something terrible is going to happen to you, you have some sort of allergy to the vaccine, then the doctor can write it. The doctor's not going to write a letter saying she just doesn't want to take it. So, I mean, what are you going to, I'm not a doctor. What's the medical problem? Why you can't take the vaccine?
Yeah. Do you think that letter would, affect it?
If the doctor says there's she'll die if she takes this vaccine.
No.
Yeah, but, you have to show a severe medical reaction.
Mm-hmm. All right, last one, Tosin Taiwo on YouTube. I filed for Vawa September 2020. I've yet to receive my work authorization. I tried expediting the work permit, but got denied. I've received 3 prima facies since then. I'm worried. What else can I do?
Nothing's. Hang tight. It's taken over 3 years for Vawa cases now.
All right, and June is Immigrant Heritage Month. So the month was established in 2014 by the I Stand With Immigrants Initiative and Forward.us .us to give people across the United States an opportunity to annually explore their own heritage and celebrate the shared diversity that forms America. So today we're going to share some of our many personal immigration stories people have shared with us as we continue to celebrate immigrants.
My immigration story was a refugee from Somalia, came to America with a few dollars in my pocket and a hope. Went to school, college, graduated, and try to get a better bite of American dream.
So I came here, yes, when I was 10 years old. We started all the way from the bottom, like I would say collecting bottles from the garbage. That's how we started. Like my major thing is just to put a business, open my own business.
My mom actually came to New York, but when she was about 19, her mom actually lived in Puerto Rico up until she passed away.
Well, my great-grandparents came here from Trinidad, or the British West Indies as it was called, in the early 1900s. They moved straight to Harlem in a tenement. My mom was a reserve in the Army and met my dad, who's an American. They had me here in 1985, one of 5 boys. I'm a proud third-generation Trinidadian American.
Bangladesh, I come 1998. I come from here, the tourist visa, student visa, and I go school here. Plus, I do working as a restaurant management. I work 9 years in the manager. Then we quit the job. We save some money, and husband and wife together, we open this own business.
The year 1989. It's like my whole family is here. From my grandparents down, it's like, the U.S. is my country. It's like, I don't know nothing really about China right now.
Somebody married me and brought me here.
I was here. I was qualified for the amnesty. So I did the amnesty. I brought all my children. It's immigrants who built this country. Even my great-great-great-great-grandfather is among them. That is why we follow up.
We love America. God bless America. Yeah. We are so grateful we're here.
I had just finished college in the Dominican Republic. I had no opportunity to work when I finished college, and I felt so frustrated. And I remember back in 2007, I moved to New York, and I overstayed my visa, just like many other immigrants that come from their countries, and I struggled a lot until my situation was resolved. What I'm trying to say to all the people out there that are going through the same struggle, everything is possible. Believe in yourself, and you're able to do it. This country gives us so many different opportunities as long as you work hard and you are determined in your dreams and the things that you want to accomplish. Sooner than later, your situation is going to get better.
All right, we got one more question.
We have one more question. Beautiful World on YouTube. I filed my I-130 for my daughter who's 23. The wait for India is 5 to 6 years. If she gets married to a H-1B visa holder, what will be her status?
She'll be an F3, but she'll be able to get an H4 and come to the United States.
There you go.
F3 on the I-130 waiting list, H4, but in the U.S.
Okay.
Sounds like a good idea.
That sounds like a good idea.
All right, speed round. Let's do it.
All right.
All right, let's go.
All right. Y'all gonna count me down? Can an H-4 visa apply to the Army?
No.
Can I adopt and file for my 14-year-old niece?
If you lived in the same household with them for 2 years and have legal guardianship, or they're orphans.
Can disorderly driving and speeding tickets affect your N-400 application?
Most likely not, but if you have a lot of them, maybe.
I can file for citizenship coming this September. What are the waits nowadays?
6 to 8 months.
If I'm not paying taxes, can I file for a spouse in Jamaica?
Yes, but you need an affidavit of support, and you got to show that you're not working under the table.
My resident mom applied for me to come to the U.S. I'm living with my boyfriend. Can I marry him?
Yes, but if you don't have your green card yet, you're going to be denied.
Can I join the Air Force as an asylee, or do I need to wait to get a green card?
Wait a green card.
Can I file for AOS through marriage with an expired passport?
Yes.
Can I get a H-2B visa inside the U.S.?
You can change your status, yes.
How long after the... Oh, it's close with those long answers.
Sorry, I've got to make sure I get them right.
Yeah, you got to get those. Yeah, they were long answers.
I got to make sure they get them right.
Yeah. One more.
What?
How long after the notarization interview will I get a response?
Notarization?
Mm-hmm. Interview? I don't know what that is.
I don't know what a notarization interview is.
How about we say, can I travel to the U.S. with an absolute discharge?
It depends what an absolute discharge is from the jurisdiction that you're in. Does an absolute discharge mean that the case was dismissed, or does it just mean that you don't have any more sentence? I don't know what that means. It depends on what that means in a jurisdiction.
Wow.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, that was it.
That was it. Damn.
I know. It was close, though.
All right. All right.
Close.
Comments of the day. Comments of the day.
All right. First comment of the day. Carol Anderson, the Tiger, saying, I don't understand why they don't hire the best lawyer on earth. Instead of calling and asking questions about their case, they're speaking to one.
Oh, thank you very much, Carol. I was just thinking to myself, is Carol even watching today?
Yeah, oh, yes.
And there she is.
With the first
comment
of the day.
That was funny. I was just thinking that. I'm like, I haven't seen Carol in the comments. But, I don't see all the comments. So.
Right. Okay. Second comment of the day. We got Stargirl Mika saying, Brad Bernstein, I have enough BSL cups. I saw you in Spar and Bernstein t-shirt on TikTok. So what's that I want now? Or so that's what I want now. I'm also representing Spar and Bernstein, okay? Oh,
she wants the Spar and Bernstein t-shirts now. Yes.
I might have to start giving those out as prizes.
We don't have any more. Those were old.
We're done with them?
We're done with them, but we're going to have to order more. They were Spar and Bernstein hoodies.
Hoodies?
Yeah, we had hoodies. We had zip-up.
Wait, I don't have any. I don't even have one of those.
Yeah, those are old. I have T-shirts. They're all old. They're all gone. We gotta see what we can do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Stargirl Mika. I think we might have some new shirts because of you.
Right.
All right, and our last comment of the day. All right, Lisa Bling Rose saying, remember to send up some thumbs for the show, please and thanks. Yes, throwing those thumbs up.
Yes,
man.
thank you very much.
Yeah, it helps.
All right, so this was a quickie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It was a quickie. We'll see you tomorrow for another quickie. It's called the Pop-Up. You got to subscribe and follow so you know what time we're going to be on.
Hit the little notification.
We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein Law Firm, located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAW-LINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And visit us now at our Connecticut office, 221 Main Street, Suite 501, Hartford, Connecticut. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAW-LINK, 1-800-529-5465. What are you doing?